My name is Aaron, and today we'll be taking a look at a story called A Perfect Ending.
You're not what I asked for, and I'm not paying you.
The opening stars with sub-scenes in which two females are shown as the leads of the film. Both are performing their duties, one as a middle-aged wife, named Rebecca, and the second as a young charming sex worker named Paris. A man is shown narrating some instructions to someone who's not visible for now, and who is having a surgery. He is predicting that the person will not live a long life. Who is this? Don't worry if you don't understand the first few scenes. We are heading toward unfolding the mystery. Rebecca is having some issues with her husband when he makes her sign some documents for stocks on her name, so that he can avoid tax. Rebecca reminds her husband of dining with the whole family, on which he badly argues and leaves, while the other story of Paris is showing her indulgence with the clients. The next scene shows her hollowed position where she is lying on the floor, poor thing. Meanwhile, Rebecca talks to her sons Hank and Aaron and her daughter Jessica. Aaron's wife-to-be, Janice, steps in to talk about their engagement preparations. Everyone is doing some preparations for the ceremony. After that, Rebecca dines with her friends but gets disturbed by her friend's lesbian relationship with a woman. On the other hand, Paris continues her job with her clients. I think it's so exciting watching two stories at the same time. More suspense. Rebecca seems to be distressed in front of her gay friends. Oh really? Paris is an artist too. Wow. What a twist in her story. As she is seen drawing herself on a page and thinking about something. In the other scene, Rebecca tells her friend about her problem of lacking sexual desire and satisfaction, on which her friend advises her to come for a dinner at night. They will find some solution to her problem. On the night, her friend Sharon advises her to find a woman lover, as her cousin Valentina owns this pleasure business. She can help and find a woman for her. They ensure that no one will find out about their plan. Sharon's cousin arranges a woman, Sylvie, for Rebecca and tells her about Rebecca's wealthy status. Now Rebecca waits for her client in a hotel room. A sudden knock on the door, and guess who is there? Yes, it's Paris. Will the two stories merge into one? We will see. Paris asks about an appointment with her. Rebecca gets hesitant in front of Paris as she was expecting Sylvie to come up. Paris tells her that Sylvie had some emergency, so she came in her place instead. After that, Rebecca complains about her age, and Paris takes her leave due to her uncomfortable situation. While back home, Jessica appears in front of Rebecca and asks about her current nervous state. Rebecca hugs her daughter emotionally and expresses her love for Jessica. Rebecca wants to talk about something, but Jessica stops her as she doesn't want to talk about it. What could be the thing? We're in suspense once again. Paris recalls some flashbacks and draws a picture. In contrast, Mason, Rebecca's husband, makes her sign some documents. He is going to give stock shares to his sons, which both get into an unpleasant conflict. Mason wants their sons to have a family business and all stock shares, but Rebecca wants the shares for her daughter too. Mason refused giving Jessica his stock shares because he makes a point that he's not the real father to Jessica. Rude. Rebecca is thinking as a mother for her daughter. She is right at her place. She reminds him of what he did that one night. Oh no, a flashback comes to Mason's mind when he sexually assaulted Jessica. No way. How could he? Now we are understanding Jessica's place in front of her father and mother differently. The next scene is showing Paris drawing while sitting at her table. She sees a flashback in which she is with a man laughing and giggling. A series of flashbacks can be seen through Paris's eye. She is also sitting idly in a white room. The next scene shows Rebecca sitting with her friends who ask her about meeting with Paris. They suggest that she should try a meetup with Paris again. Back home, Rebecca calls Valentina and tells her that she wants Paris to meet her again at the same location. While waiting in the room, Rebecca finds Sylvie instead of Paris. Upon asking about Paris, Rebecca hesitates and says that she had just paid for the service, not anything personal related to Paris. Sylvia leaves. What's going on? No one can tell yet. Paris has a dream in which she is with the same man whom she is seeing in recent flashbacks. The other flashback calls Paris into sadness and agony as she is sitting crying helplessly. Who is this mysterious person? What is the connection of these flashbacks to that person? Wait till it is revealed to us. Rebecca asks her friends how they feel about being in love with each other. The reply is that they both adore each other completely. They suggest calling especially Paris by her name next time. Once again, Rebecca is in a hotel room and welcomes Paris. Rebecca hesitates when Paris asks her if she is lesbian while talking. Chat ended. Instantly, next scene comes when Rebecca is sitting and dining with her family thinking about her time with Paris. Her son asks her about the missing wedding ring on her finger. It flashbacks the scene when she left the hotel room forgetting her ring on a table which was found by Paris. Again, Harris is chatting with that exact man in her flashback while drawing on a page. The ring forgotten by Rebecca made her think about the ring that was given by the man in her flashback. Solving any puzzles yet? I am starting actually. Maybe that man was the love of her life? It's possible. Rebecca calls Valentina again and asks her about the missing ring. Valentina says that Paris has it, and she notified about another appointment with Rebecca by herself. She would give the ring to Rebecca by herself. While waiting in the hotel room, Rebecca directly asks Paris about her ring rudely, upon which Paris gives it back. After some time, she says sorry for her behavior. Being undecided, Rebecca forcefully gives money to Paris for her service charge and rushes away. The next scene shows Rebecca talking about owning her share stock with her lawyer without telling her husband. Once again, a voice is narrating the medical situation. A doctor can be seen as he is advising someone to tell the family members about the illness. Wait, what's going on? We are wondering the same thing. Who is the patient? I think we will have to wait for some more juice at the end. In the next scene, Jessica talks to her brother Aaron, who is unsure about marrying Janice, while their mother listens quietly behind the wall. Now in the next scene, Rebecca signs some documents, maybe to claim shares. Paris and Rebecca once again meet, and Rebecca ends up meeting her sexual satisfaction after a long list of meetings. Yes, she did it. While the kids plan to dine with Rebecca, she makes an excuse. Her excuse makes them think that she is behaving weirdly. After continuing to meet Paris, Rebecca tells her friends about her meetings. The girls continue to meet and seem to be really enjoying it. While spending time with Paris, Rebecca tells her about her household, her kids and husband. On the other side, the kids get worried about their mother abandoning dinner with them continuously. We have some suspicion earlier on a few things, and it's time for this to unfold. Aaron found a patient's cancer report on his father's desk, assuming the father is the patient, and shows it to his mother after she returns home. But Rebecca forces the children to stay quiet and not say any word to their dad. Mason, cancer patient. Such a big part of the movie. No, wait for the next scene. Rebecca and Mason talk about the report as Mason encourages her they can fix everything together, but Rebecca says that it's already too late. So Rebecca has cancer. This couldn't be. Rebecca tells her friends about her cancer. And yes, it's confirmed. Alas. Now we think it's time to know about the mysterious flashbacks of Paris. Rebecca tells her to quit this profession and do another job. A flashback tells Rebecca and us that Paris accidentally pushed her husband in front of a car on the road where he died on the spot. Oh my God, she was married. Did she live a normal life? Those flashbacks were part of Paris's memory. Life is so nasty sometimes. In the next scene, Valentina asks Paris why she is not taking any other clients for the past 6 weeks and tells her to stop whatever she's doing. But Paris doesn't agree with her and quits her job. Rebecca is behind this change, of that we are sure. She changed her. The next scene shows Rebecca praising the drawings of Paris. Paris tells her about her passion for art. That's nice. In the following scene, Rebecca calls Sylvie and hands her an envelope to give to Paris. Upon asking Sylvie, she tells that she hasn't been seeing Paris for some weeks. And Paris wants to get out of here. She will not see Paris again. Gosh, is it going to be an unhappy ending? Don't say so. It should not be. Rebecca deserves better. Rebecca tells Sylvie about her cancer, and she doesn't want Paris to see her condition. Oh yes, Sylvie does some good. She convinces her to meet Paris one last time. She should tell her about the cancer and say goodbye. Rebecca decides to meet Paris. In the next scene, Rebecca meets Paris one last time to say goodbye. She tells her about the cancer and she is dying. It's so sad, not so soon. After hearing this, Paris cries and the scene ends by showing both hugging each other. And the next scene is at the funeral. Yes, Rebecca's. At the funeral, a woman comes to Jessica telling her that her mother had revised her will and left her as a guardian of Jessica's share. Jessica opens the letter in which she comes to learn that her mother has revised the will and distributed it equally to her all children, including her. I'm feeling so emotional. Paris exhibits her portraits after Rebecca's funeral. Jessica appears at the exhibition of Paris and asks her about her mother, as she wants to know her until her end, on which Paris smiles and asks what she wants to know. She says that she wants to know the actual Rebecca from her. The last scene ceases by revealing a portrait of Rebecca as a butterfly representing a free individual. This movie has already attached us emotionally with it. The story, composed and directed by Nicole Kahn, gives us a glimpse into the theme of love and surrender. The character of Rebecca has accomplished multiple sub-characters like a humble human, a caring mother, and a passionate and sincere lover. It's good that Rebecca achieved her desire before dying. The justice is well done by Nicole. She gets the credit not only for loving Paris, but for giving back her true passion. Rebecca didn't change herself but everyone around her. Such a powerful role. Moreover, the direction is magnificent, I must say. I love the strategy of using the flashback technique because the story could be boring for us if it was told traditionally. I must recommend watching the movie because it has rightly justified its name, a perfect ending. Please don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see us work on next.